Hey guys, it's April the 20th. This is Drutter, and we're taking the SkyTrain downtown to go to a protest. The following video contains shaky amateur photography, wildly fluctuating volume levels, adult language, consumption of mind-altering plant matter currently prohibited by the Canadian and American federal regimes, political activism, live hip-hop and rock music, and other material the viewer may find offensive. If you're still here, spark one up and enjoy. Alright, we're going downtown. We're heading downtown. What's your name?
Azar.
Azar, okay. I'm Drutter. We're going downtown, and this is your second time or third time? Or
Second.
Yeah. And you went last year?
The year before last.
The year before? Okay, I was there last year. Why do you think it's important to attend? Just for fun, or?
Because it's the only day of freedom we got.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got to exercise our rights. That's right.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. All right, nice talking to you. Well,
Yeah.
I'll see you down there. Oh, cops doing their jobs.
Afternoon, Vancouver. What an awesome looking crowd and what an awesome looking day, eh? Like the gods really love 420, don't they? And can you smell the freedom? If you can't just breathe in, that's what it feels like. And for those of you who don't recognize that, that's because we're not free. And freedom's what it's all really about for me. I love the flag, you know, I love what it does for me, but really it's about freedom. Freedom means you don't get to be bullied into doing something you don't want to do or not doing something you want to do. It's a natural right because everybody understands that that's just the way it should be. That human being adults don't get bullied when they're vulnerable by people with leverage over them. That's just wrong. Yet that's what's going on here. It was never really about what they said. It's just these laws need to be here to protect people from themselves and to protect other people from people taking drugs, because they said that taking these substances, especially marijuana back in the day, would cause murderous delirium. It would be like handing a loaded gun to a maniac. So they had to make these laws. But it turns out that's not the case. And it never really was the case. This is about money. This is about control. This is about a protection racket for the corporate elite who have taken us over, who have hijacked our democracy, and who think they own our assets.
It's marijuana to everybody out there, but to us it's like a lifestyle, kind of, to me at least. And I just think that we should just respect each other, and that's what that's all about, because we're here for each other. We're not here just for ourselves, right? So one shout out for each other, one shout out for everybody, and one love, and thank you so much for listening.
Thanks very much for inviting me here. My name is Dr. John Carsley. I'm one of the medical health officers for Vancouver. Basically that means I'm a preventive health doc. For a long time we've been working on making the consumption of various substances safer, whether it's alcohol or other kinds of substances that have brain effects. But we never paid much attention to cannabis, even though it's the most commonly used mind-altering substance after alcohol all over North America. So this little pamphlet with tiny, tiny writing in it has a few tips on how to use cannabis more safely.
Light her up.
I'm going to try to integrate a variety of different things.
smoking some of the best weed on the face of this planet? Yeah, some of the best hashish. Weed, cookies, brownies, marijuana paraphernalia, bong hits, bubble hash, butter. What? Happy 420, everybody! Yeah! No, everybody's still enjoying this stuff, you know, but I want to say somebody had a little bit too much of a space cookie earlier and did a little folly over. So I just want to remind everybody to pace yourself. There's a lot of marijuana to go around. You don't need to roll a joint this big, even though it's awesome. It doesn't hit that well. So just be careful and don't fall and bonk your head. Like that. All right, all right. So 420's coming up, right? You guys all stocked up? Yeah. I just want to give a quick shout out to the dispensary, to Vancouver Seed Bank, to the Cannabis Culture Mark Emery headquarters, to yprohibition.ca, to Kirk Tucson, the amazing lawyer who just overturned this whole cookie deal. Big thanks to Jody Emery with Cannabis Culture for putting some of this stuff on. Big thanks to all the vendors. Without these guys, this would not be possible. So don't forget, when you're walking past these tents, stop in, say hello, and drop a few bucks, because they are there for you. Yeah, right on. Another shout out to Mr. Jacob Hunter from yprohibition.ca, who helped me put this thing on, along with a few select others. So thank you, everybody. And thank you guys, Vancouver, for making this the only coolest city in the world for dope. Hell yeah! So I got some boys back here. They're called the Brothers Grimm. This one's off Grim Reaper, the 420 album. Yeah. Put your hands up if you're enjoying this 420. This sunny afternoon.
And I can't sail my yacht. He's taken everything I've got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon.
On the afternoon, sit back and blaze. Forget the nation of corrupted ways. Corrupt get paid, poor stay broke. Twist it up, spark that and smoke. Don't choke, change don't come if you don't got hope. Life gets harder, harder you try. Don't make sense if you can't get high. Bills get bigger, collections calling. People don't vote, elections falling. Both sides ahead, what coin to flip? Can't hit them, hit a joint to slip. Anoint that slit, wounds of the weak. Change don't come if the truth don't speak. Work for freedom, yet still we own. Don't make sense if you can't get stoned.
Save me, save me.
Put your hands up for this sunny afternoon. We are the Brothers Grimm, and we are living lavish. Live so pleasantly.
Live this life of
Luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Spill the bongo, pull the choke. I'm thinking about a boat, but shit, I'm half broke. Living life like it's Hollywood, but it's 118 where shit ain't good. Kids who slang ain't got the good dreams. They turn into corner dwelling pipe dripping fiends. Dreams of fat rides, beautiful broads, turn to gross bitches, broke down cars. Take a look around, I ain't a bit embarrassed. This is where I live, I know it ain't the fairest. Where the tax man decides we fiends. Don't kill for drugs, basic needs. Ran by regime, force one theme. Forget baby screams, police sirens. Bust that chronic, gold or green. Smoke it, toke it till I scream. Let's bring them on up to the stage. Give a cold welcome. Sicky what we call weed. Mary Jane Kush, Pippins, all say to PG. I'm here to tell you everything you thought. Spit truth and drop knowledge, so you might wanna try. Smoke what you got, eat your food crash. Took Dan grade 6 and was the top of my class. Drug abuse, resistance education, junior high, started smoking weed and knocking kids out that was hating. Just an implantation ran by the police. This goes back to 1920s when they wanna take it off the street. Andrew Mellon, Harry Ainslie of the secret meetings. Hemp was the cash crop, business profits were receding. Andrew came real buddy with Press Hoover, Secretary of the Treasury, a suit loser. Together rich boys became trees chop, great trees illegal, shoot nine to the top. Monopolies and pop, let propaganda stop. The reefer madness put the chief of reef in the sadness with a beat that's the baddest. Blaze the bomb to the dome, wait wait for the day DEA inmate of my home. Have personal pot possessions, beautiful botanic lessons. Why would I be stressing? Banging on the door with Smith & Wesson. Make it illegal, what they add to the drug war. When I jog to the drug war and I blaze, I just hug horse. Open the door to the fridge, I grab the chocolate milk, mashed potatoes and the deep fried ribs. PG don't blaze around kids, mama taught me better. Smoke weed with me cause you know my pop me better. Stop, Harper, 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 stop. Don't think you're being lied to, open your eyes. Very few hold the power and they hope that we die. Blunt to the sky for this history lesson. Hemp in the past helped the country progression. You can pay taxes with it, presidents do it. 4 times more productive than trees and they do it. First Model T constructed from hemp plastic. $1 billion industry, some dudes went spastic, bad shit. Randolph Hearst was the paper man. Hemp soon to lose his billion, so he made a plan. DuPont chemicals, yeah they in on it too. Mellon was the main investor, he had too much to lose. See, hemp got in the way of the power and cash. Took all the steps to get rid of it fast. Ain't slinging ahead of better narcotics and drugs. To dominate the profit, yo, they started with bud. They professed of a devil drug madness. Marijuana, Mexican slang, it was the baddest. Stories ran rampant, the assassin of youth. Doctors was tricked when they was asking the truth. Reefer madness spread, everyone was infected. Laws were passed before thoroughly inspected. Blink of the all-seeing eye, it's illegal. Dupe of the century, tricked all the people. Feeble, cycle of corruption and greed. Hemp is the one to plant the planet needs. Plant the seed, no laws ain't fair at all. If THC is dangerous, what the fuck is Marinol? Hemp could replace the use of force and oil. Take away the rich while the poor is spoiled. The world elite run it all. Tell me, can you answer this? Research the history for the truth of cannabis. Off with his head, off with his head, off with his head, off with his head. That's what we think of Stephen Harper and his drug laws. Locking up innocent people who want to consume a plant. Let's get into that last one. We'll switch the tune. And this one got some giveaways with it, so everybody in the crowd, get ready to get your munchies on. Yeah. It's 20 minutes after my stomach starts to go nuts. Need to hit up Jimmy Ho's Fries, Captain Donuts. So what I'm baked, so we dip to the 7-Eleven. I'm in heaven and my pocket stays spending. I need taquitos, a big bite, a big gulp. And to drink I'm getting OJ no pulp. Slurpee won't hurt me and I bought chocolate. Candyman got me hooked and I can't stop it. Bills over 30 bucks, damn, they mock it up. Burning out on the way to Walmart, spark it up. Ready for round 2, price rollback. Fuck 1 can of soda, need the whole pack. Oh that, 3 bags of cookies. Price is so low, I fill up on goodies. Everything they ate, stun-faced, stomach ache. The munchies are like coffee plates. When your stomach is rumbling and bubbling. When your mouth is dry as fuck and you're wondering, kid, you got the munchies. Kid, you got the munchies. When your stomach is grumbling and bubbling. When your mouth is dry.
Everybody got enough marijuana out there? Well, there's some more coming around 4:20 if you're well behaved. I have smoked marijuana every day for the last 20 years. Smoking marijuana was the best decision I ever made. Marijuana has made my life better in so many ways, and I bet it's made your lives better too. And that is why we are here today, is to celebrate the world's most wonderful plant, the marijuana plant, which gives us healing, and which gives us fuel, and clothes, and food. It is the world's most amazing medicine, and we love marijuana. And we will not let any government or anyone tell us that we cannot grow this wonderful plant in our garden, that we cannot keep this wonderful plant in our pocket, and that we cannot eat or drink or smoke marijuana when we choose. I have been to every single 420 rally since the very first one in 1995. And in those early days, we did not expect that one day we would have 15 to 20,000 people gathered here in peace and solidarity to celebrate their love for this wonderful plant.
hard work, through sacrifice, through courage, including my good friend Mark Emery, who is now paying the price for his hard work. But we will end this war in our lifetimes. We will end the war on marijuana, and we will do it soon, I promise you that. We have not come this far to be pushed back, but we can't take this for granted either, because the peace and the tolerance and the amazing cannabis farmers market, which is unparalleled anywhere else on earth, what is happening here today. We could lose these things if we're not careful. We could see steps backwards if we don't continue to push and fight and do everything we can to liberate this plant, which has done so much for each of us here today. So I call upon each and every one of you here today to do a little bit more than you have done to help legalize marijuana, to help end this war, to help make it so that our brothers and sisters who languish in prisons across this country can celebrate with us every 420. Kirk Tusaw, who will be speaking. Kirk is an amazing lawyer who's done some fabulous victories for our cause, including recently forcing the government to accept that food and tinctures and extracts are valid medicine and should be accessible under the Health Canada program. Thank you, Kirk.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you very much. A really big thank you to the people that put on this event every year, the sponsors of the event, the vendors at the event, Jacob Hunter standing over here, organized the event, Adam who put the music on, everybody backstage, all of these great people. Without all of them, this wouldn't be possible, and we're really honored to be a part of this. What I want to say to you folks is, marijuana is still illegal. I mean, in the center of this pit here, it doesn't seem like it today, and that's a good thing, but it is still illegal, and we need to be aware of that, and we need to be smart when we're out there in society. The same police officers that are ringing this event, protecting us today, making us safe, in another day could be arresting us and prosecuting us for possessing marijuana for a non-violent act that hurts nobody. And that's wrong, and you know what? All of these guys and all of these women out here that are police officers that I talk to outside of court during breaks, I talk to them all the time, and I've never had a single one say anything other than they completely agree marijuana should be legal. But because it isn't, they tell me they've got a job to do. And all of us have jobs to do, and we can understand that. Our job as people, as citizens, as Dana was saying, is to change the law. And once we change the law, they can start doing what they want to do, which is not busting people for having marijuana. That's right. In the meantime, though, because it is illegal and because there are very serious consequences attached to getting busted, know your rights. Exercise your rights. If a police officer asks if he can search your person, say no. If a police officer, after stopping your vehicle, asks if he or she can search your vehicle, the answer is no. If a police officer comes to your door without a warrant and has to come in and have a look around, your answer to that question is no. No, no, no. You can't do that. You can't come into my home. You can't search my person. I will not empty my pockets. I will not obey those requests until we cross the point where that police officer says to you that you're detained and tells you why. Well, at that point, you have to comply with their lawful demands, of course. But until then, you exercise your rights. You never waive your rights. You never give up your rights, because it makes my job, when you call me and you've been busted by these oppressive laws and I'm trying to help you, it makes my job a hell of a lot harder if when I ask you, well, the officer said if he could search your car, what'd you say? And you say, well, I said, sure.
My name is Greg Williams. They call me Marijuana Man because I smoke a lot of marijuana. And I have my whole life, and I believe it keeps me very healthy and happy and wise. And I'll never stop, I don't care. But I want to tell you about my brother Mark. He and I sold seeds to the world for 11 years. We sold $4 million worth of marijuana seeds and mailed them to every country
every town, every city in the world. We did that because Marx said, let's overgrow the government. Let's have more marijuana than they can ever stop.
Yes!
And I think we're in some ways very successful. However, Mark ended up having to do 5 years in a U.S. federal prison when the DEA came knocking, because the United States and Canada have an agreement that they can come knocking whenever they want and take people away. And they charged us with offenses that held 30 years mandatory minimum in prison. And then of course they whittled it all down to the 5 years, and I was fortunate enough to only be given probation. We were convicted of importing 1.1 million pounds of marijuana into the United States. And that's proudly on my resume today. But I gotta tell you folks that this would not be happening today if it was not for that man. He came to this city a long time ago and he started selling High Times magazines door to door. That's where it started, and look at today. Selling weed and hash and cookies and oil and everything in a tent. This is the greatest place on earth. Peace and pot.
Thank you, Greg. I'm Jody Emery. Mark Emery is my husband. And I think a lot of you miss him here today. I want to hear shouts from those of you wearing Free Mark t-shirts right this moment. I see a lot of them, and we thank you for that. And Mark and I are so proud that Vancouver is where this event began. This event began here in Vancouver in the 90s, and now it goes all over the world. A day of celebration with millions of brothers and sisters joining us to celebrate this plant, to condemn prohibition, to call for legalization, and to free Mark Emery and all the drug war prisoners. We're here today experiencing a beautiful, beautiful day of freedom and light. The sun is shining because we are on the side of truth and justice and peace. The government would do us harm when we are harming no one. No one is being hurt here today. But while you sit here enjoying this, remember those who are in prison this moment, locked away from their loved ones, locked away from their friends, and that could be you if Prime Minister Harper has his way. There's a war on our culture. Mandatory minimums just passed. They're soon going to be enacted, and we're going to see many of you, sadly, arrested and facing horrible, horrible sentences and prison time. And I pray that none of you ever experience the harm of the prison system, but you have to take action. Remember that while you are here today to be free and celebrate our culture and protest prohibition, there are so many all over the world who continue to suffer each and every day. So when we smoke up at 420 here today and a massive cloud rises into the sky, that's our smoke signal to those who are locked up and to those in power demanding freedom, peace, equality, justice, no prison for pot, nobody should be harmed for marijuana, and make sure that no matter what form of action you take every single day, do something.
it's really hard to give away pot in a crowd this size without a stampede, so we've developed a system of a pathway leading from this stage down there. There should be an easy path for our joint hander-outers to walk. So if you want marijuana to be thrown at you, you gotta, 1, create a path leading out from there. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy
Let's get that one out. Right on. All right. Now everybody, you know the words, okay? Okay, now you guys sing with me. When I say legalize, you say hell yeah. Ready? Legalize. All right. Legalize. All right. We say that legalize.
Don't criticize this, don't criticize this. I will come in this ganja weed, I will advertise. Yes, we will get blazed and get high. We're gonna get Chinese eyes and a bloodshot cry out. Yeah.